Today we are going to study a very interesting story. And this story is known as the Tiger King. You may have heard about tiger hunting being a hobby, and you may have read certain accounts of people who were involved in tiger hunting and what achievement it was. But this is basically a sport which is a sport of the rich people because it's not easy to organize a tiger hunt. And how man's attitude towards animals is so callous and insensitive. The story is set in an imaginary place. The writer is Kalki. Kalki, very interestingly, with his hint of humor and with his particular style of writing, brings out the situation of British India, that was India under the rule of the Britishers, and how the Maharajas and everyone else pretty much had a very selfish and insensitive attitude towards. Now this young child was born, and the story begins by saying that he was a very, very brave king, and his name was also very long compared to other people. So he was identified as His Highness Jamedar General Kiledar Major Satyavyagra Samahari Maharaja Vishwabhuvana Samrat Darjilani Jung Jung Bahadur. That was such a long name that I just read. The reason why he was given so many titles was because he was considered to be a very, very brave king. And that is why the writer is using all these lovely names for him. Now, let us look further. He discloses a matter, the writer in his very interesting style of writing discloses a matter where he says how this person came to be known as Tiger King. So they say the reason was because of his indomitable courage. That means he had no parallel to his bravery. His bravery was written here and there and everywhere, and accounts of his bravery were no less compared to the great warriors. But at the same time, the writer very ironically observes that at the time of his birth, the astrologer made a prediction for him. And what was that prediction? That he says, the child who is born one day will have to die. Now, if anyone were to see an astrologer's prediction, what would we say? We would say that whatever is born one day has to die. And so this was nothing unusual. But what happened? This small child who was just born and who was barely 10 days old spoke. That a small child can speak. How is it possible? And when this little child spoke, everyone looked at him very carefully. Not only did he speak, but he also spoke very intelligent comments. He did not just make random comments, but he spoke very intelligently. So a baby who is 10 days old is talking, and it is also asking intelligent questions. That itself was an issue of wonder. So the chief astrologer looked at the child. Would be that the prince was born in the hour of the bull. Death comes from the tiger. Now that was another reason for the child to be amazed. And what does he say? He says that no tiger shall beware of him. So that in itself was a big thing for anyone to hear this kind of statement, and he was quite surprised. But at the end of the day, people will say this was just a rumor rife in the city of Pratibandhapuram. Rife means it was talked about by everybody. So then they talk about this child's upbringing. So the prince was brought up in a very English manner. He drank the milk of an English cow. He was brought up by an English nanny. So his caretaker was also an English, and here you can see in this photograph that there was an English tutor who was teaching him. He only saw English movies. So the reason when he did all these things is that he was no longer in touch with his culture, and he was only brought up in a completely European style of upbringing. So he could afford it, his parents could afford it. But again, this astrological prediction which had been made for him, this future prophecy which had been made for him, that he would one day be killed by a tiger. He came to know this and he started asking questions. And so he called the astrologer, and he first went and he killed the tiger. So he went and killed a tiger and he brought it and he put it in front of the priest. He says, "What do you say now? Look, I've killed a tiger and I'm still alive." The priest tells him that you may kill 99 tigers, but the 100th tiger will be the cause of your death. Now, this itself is a cause of worry for the king, and he is not able to understand how he will do this. So what does he do when he hears that he has to kill at least 100 tigers and then he will be immortal? Now let us note, till date none of the tigers have attacked him. In the jungle very comfortably, the king is living in his palace, but still the king wanted to prove this prophecy or this particular fortune telling of the astrologer wrong. Having done so and having realized that now it was a question of his pride, what does he do? He starts a tiger hunt and he suspends all the work of his state. Every kind of administrative work, any kind of responsibility, everything was forgotten, and all he did was indulge in the act of killing tigers. So huge army of people would go looking for tigers, and at the same time he declared that in his entire kingdom nobody was to hurt any tigers. All tigers were to be kept safe and they were to be allowed to roam around freely, and if anybody even threw so much as a little stone at them, in their entire property and everything would be confiscated. Now hearing this, all the villagers he would, nobody would touch the tigers. And as you can see here, he killed so many tigers. हर बार उन्होंने अपने राज्य का कोई काम नहीं करा, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन नहीं हैंडल करा, सिर्फ टाइगर्स को हंट किया, और हर बार वो टाइगर हंट पे निकल कर जाते थे तो वो ढेर सारे टाइगर्स को मारते थे। अब वो टाइगर हंट करते करते वो इसमें इतने मगरूर हो गए कि उन्हें कोई ख्याल नहीं था। एक दिन उनके पास मैसेज आया, वन डे ही रिसीव्ड अ मैसेज फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर, someone from the British government also wanted to hunt tigers, उनको भी टाइगर हंट करने, बट किंग ने बिल्कुल रिफ्यूज कर दिया। कहते नहीं, मैं मस्कीटो हंट, मच्छर के हंट ऑर्गेनाइज करने को तैयार हूँ, फ्लाई के लिए हंट करने को तैयार हूँ, कोई भी जानवर की हंट करवाने को तैयार हूँ, लेकिन टाइगर नहीं हंट करने को। मैं उसने बात साफ कह दी। अब इस तरीके से सिचुएशन ऐसी हो गई थी कि महाराजा का किंगडम चला जाता, क्योंकि वो तो ब्रिटिशर्स थे और वो चाहते तो वो उसका सब कुछ जब्त कर सकते थे। अब बात यहाँ तक आ गई कि इनका किंगडम छीन लिया जाएगा और इनसे सब कुछ ले लिया जाएगा, लेकिन महाराजा टस से मस्त हुए। He remained firm in his resolve. He says, "No, I will not allow anybody to come and hunt for a tiger in my kingdom." Then what happened? He thought there was some way in which we can, manage this. तो जो ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर था उसने बोला, नहीं नहीं, मुझे टाइगर मारना नहीं है, टाइगर आप ही मार दीजिएगा, सब कुछ आप कर लीजिएगा, बस मेरी फोटो खिंचवा दीजिएगा टाइगर को मारने। वो ये चाहता, दैट मीन्स जब टाइगर को मार दें तो उसके सामने उनकी फोटो खिंचवा दें तो उससे उनका जहाँ पे भी जाएंगे थोड़ी सी उनकी रिस्पेक्ट हो जाएगी सोसाइटी में, उनको लोग बड़ा अच्छी तरीके से अप्रिशिएट करेंगे। इस तरह की फोटोग्राफ जो था वो ब्रिटिशर लेना मांग रहा था, लेकिन महाराजा बिल्कुल राजी नहीं। महाराजा रिफ्यूज, नहीं, मैं तो ऐसा नहीं कर। Then what happened after this? Now Maharaja is at the verge of losing his kingdom. He does not know what to do. और उनकी ऐसी कंडीशन बन चुकी थी कि उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा था हम क्या करें। तो उन्होंने कैलकाटा के जूलर से ढेर सारी डायमंड रिंग्स मंगवाई। 50 डायमंड रिंग्स जो थी उन्होंने वो मंगवाई, और उसके बाद वो जो पूरा बॉक्स था वो बहुत सुंदर सुंदर रिंग्स आई, और वो रिंग्स का बॉक्स जो था वो उन्होंने भेजा उस ब्रिटिशर की वाइफ को कि ये खुश हो जाएंगे तो ये सब चीजें भूल जाएंगे। दे विल नॉट लुक एट द रिंग्स एनीमोर, आई मीन दे विल नॉट लुक एट हंटिंग टाइगर्स एनीमोर। So these rings were presented to the Britishers' wife. That this is what Maharaja has sent for you, and you can take this, and it's okay. हमारी terms and conditions खराब नहीं होनी चाहिए, पर आप प्लीज ये हंटिंग वगैरह के बारे में बातें करते हैं। ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर की एक भी रिंग वापस नहीं करी, उसने सारी की सारी रखी है। All she said was thank you, and she took all the rings. She did not give even one ring. She took the entire rings with her. Now, having done all this, a huge bill of 3.5 lakh rupees was received by the Maharaja. 3.5 lakh rupees is a huge amount for pre-British era. 3.5 lakh. आज की डेट में भी 3.5 lakh is a huge amount, but at that time it must have been even more. But after paying this amount, the Maharaja was able to secure the safety of his kingdom. He was able to keep his kingdom safe, and he continued hunting. Then what happened? He had enough tiger skins adorning his walls in his house. See, when a tiger is killed, this is how the skin is taken out and it is decorated. So these tiger skins were decorating his house. But one day, he had killed a lot of tigers. He had shot down about 70 tigers, but still he had to kill 100 tigers. So there were 30 more tigers which he had to kill. So he called his Diwan, that is his chief advisor. He called him and he said that I still have to kill 30 more tigers. How will I manage to do this thing? So the Diwan says, look, I cannot do anything about it. But he said, tigers, the Diwan is told specifically by this king, by the tiger king, that he should find a girl in whose kingdom there are many tigers. से शादी करते हैं जिसके किंगडम में, जिसके राज्य में बहुत सारे टाइगर्स थे। दीवान ने कहा ठीक है हुजूर, आप जैसे कहते हैं हम ऐसा कर लेंगे। तो उसने जाकर उनके लिए एक लड़की ढूंढी जिसके किंगडम में बहुत सारे टाइगर्स थे, और उनका विवाह बहुत अच्छी तरीके से संपन्न हुआ। और जितनी दफा टाइगर किंग जो थे वो अपने इन लॉज के घर जाते, उतनी दफा वहां एक टाइगर हंट ऑर्गेनाइज होती। बहुत सारी टाइगर स्किन्स इकट्ठी हो गई। हर बार एक टाइगर हंट होती थी वहां पे, जितनी वो लोग वहां पर जाते थे। एंड ईच टाइम ही वुड गो, ही वुड किल 5 or 6 tigers, and then he would, as you can see in this picture, he was आपको बहुत ब्रेव बंदे थे। और उनके धीरे धीरे उनके घर के अंदर, you would have seen there were so many tiger skins that were there. Each time a tiger hunt was organized, it was one number close to the final total of 100 tigers that the tiger king wanted. Now, after some time, 99 tigers had been killed, but the last tiger had still to be caught, and the last tiger could not be found. कहीं पर भी वो उसको ढूंढे, उनको वो टाइगर नहीं मिलता था। पूरा किंगडम छान मारा था। तो राइटर ने एक सरकास्टिक कमेंट देके लिखा है कि ऐसा लग रहा था कि टाइगर्स जो थे वो मजे ले रहे थे। टाइगर्स मजे नहीं ले रहे थे। एक्चुअली टाइगर किंग ने सारे टाइगर्स को मार दिया था, उनके पास कोई टाइगर बचा ही नहीं। इस तरीके से राजा का गुस्सा दिन ब दिन बढ़ते गया और उन्होंने सारी जगहों पे टैक्स बढ़ा दिया। पूरे देश में त्राही त्राही, सब लोग दुखी हो गए। ऐसा होते होते दीवान जो था उसने महाराजा को समझाने की कोशिश करी कि महाराजा आप मेरी बात समझिए, अगर आप ऐसे करेंगे तो लोग जो है वो इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस को खत्म हो जाएगा। बट द महाराजा डज नॉट लिसन। He refuses to accept and understand anything that is being said, and he just says, no, I want to kill the last tiger. अंत में ये हालत होती है कि जो उसका दीवान होता है वो मद्रास के जू से, चेन्नई के जू से एक बूढ़ा सा टाइगर उठा के लाता है। उसको बड़ी मुश्किल से महाराजा के टेंट में ले जाता है। कहीं से खबर आई हुई होती है कि इस जगह पे टाइगर मिलेगा। तो पहले उस चीज को वो पक्का करते हैं कि ये ऐसे तो झूठ नहीं बोल रहे। क्यों? क्योंकि एक जगह पे बकरियां गायब होने लग गई, गोट्स जो थी वो गायब कर रहे थे। उन्होंने सोचा ये कौन करता होगा, ये तो टाइगर किंग ही कर सकता है। कोई टाइगर आता होगा, कोई जानवर आता होगा। तो टाइगर किंग को जैसे ये खबर पता चली, उसने एकदम उस जंगल में जाकर, उस विलेज के पास जाकर उसने अपना एक टेंट वगैरह सब लगा लिया और वो वहां रहने लगा। काफी दिन हो गए, टाइगर नहीं दिखा। आज नहीं, कल नहीं, परसों नहीं, बहुत दिन बीत गए। तब दीवान जो था वो तंग आकर एक बुजुर्ग के सामने खड़ा कर दिया। टाइगर एकदम सामने खड़ा था उसके। महाराजा खुश कि इतने दिनों से तो कोई टाइगर दिख नहीं रहा, ये देखो ये बुजुर्ग सा टाइगर आ गया है बीच में। वाह, दिस इज ग्रेट। वो उसको टाइगर को गोली मार देता और खुशी खुशी चला जाता है कि अब इस टाइगर को ले आना और इसकी मैं बहुत बड़ी समाधि बनाऊंगा, क्योंकि मैं जो हूं अब अजर अमर हो चुका हूं एंड आई एम द विनर। सो हैपेंड टू हिज वर्कर्स। उसके वर्कर जब उस टाइगर को उठाने लगे तो उस टाइगर ने अपनी आंख खोली। जब उसने आंख खोली तो वर्कर्स को पता चला कि टाइगर तो एक्चुअली जिंदा था। He was not dead. उन्होंने कहा अब ये बात अगर हमने महाराजा को बताई तो वो तो हमें नौकरी से निकाल देंगे। तो उन्होंने क्या करा, उन्होंने खुद ही गोली से उसको मार दिया और फिर पूरे शहर में उसका एक पूरा उन्होंने प्रदर्शनी निकाली, जिसे कहते हैं जलूस निकाली या कुछ भी उन्होंने करा। पूरे शहर में उन्होंने उसको घुमाया। He was taken in a procession around the city, and here you can see everyone talked about the bravery of the Tiger King and how brave he was, etc., etc. उन्होंने उसकी बहुत वाहवाही हुई और टाइगर का उन्होंने समाधि बना दी। अब ये सारे एम्स पूरे होने के बाद जो महाराजा थे, अब उन्होंने लगा अब मैं अपने फैमिली की ओर ध्यान दूं। उनका बेटा भी थी, अपने फैमिली को नहीं देखा था, टाइम नहीं स्पेंड करा था, तो अपने बच्चे को लेकर गए वो शॉपिंग करवाने। और वहां पर एक शॉप के अंदर उन्होंने गिफ्ट ली और वो गिफ्ट क्या थी, एक टॉय टाइगर। ये तो स्टफ टॉय है, पर वो टाइगर लकड़ी का टाइगर था और छोटा सा टाइगर था। बहुत अनटाइडी काम था उसका। इट वॉज अ वेरी वेरी डर्टी वर्क, मतलब ऐसा था कि क्राफ्ट्समैन कोई अच्छा नहीं था। और वो उठाकर उस दुकान से उसको ले आते हैं और अपने बेटे को गिफ्ट कर देते हैं। One day he and his child they are playing with it, and then what happens is कि वो जो लकड़ी का टाइगर था उसके अंदर से एक लकड़ी की, उससे उनका हाथ जो था 2-3 दिन में बहुत पक जाता है। पहले उन्हें लगता है कि कुछ भी नहीं है, इग्नोर कर देते हैं। And what happens is he has to get surgeons to operate on his hand. So surgeons come and conduct the surgery, but during the course of the surgery, the Tiger King dies. Come out and say the operation was successful, but the Tiger King is dead. So it was actually the revenge of these 99 innocent tigers that was taken by the wooden tiger. And that is the irony of the story that I would like to share with you. Because of man's own desire, because of man's own sense of power, because of their own selfish motives, they do not think about animals. Animals are voiceless creatures. They too deserve kindness. Even if the Tiger King was, even if the tigers were there in the jungle, they were not killing or harming anybody. But the Tiger King deliberately seeks them out. He seeks them out deliberately because he wants to kill them to prove an astrologer's prophecy wrong. The astrologer had predicted that he would die because of a tiger. But if he would have stayed away from the jungle, I don't think he would ever have been attacked. But he goes one step ahead because of his sense of absolute power and absolute control. He refuses to even acknowledge that tigers too need to be left alone in their habitat and not troubled. But he does only interested in serving his own interest. And that leads to the death of innocent animals. And somehow, if we harm, this is the message of this story, students. I will be posting other content as well regarding question answers, and we will be discussing this in online classes that we have. So thank you. This is the end of your class.